All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome. Another year of Blue Chip 225 Lacrosse. Nice to be with you all. It's going to be a great one here today as they go with the triple numbers again. They used to go with the double numbers for us. They're back to the triple for the All-Star games. The juniors, the blue versus the white. And we're just about set to get this one going. Looking forward to it here today. So they're underway. Nice to have you with us. As the weather has caused a delay to the start here. It also created, I think, some technical difficulties for us trying to get through the atmosphere here. These two teams have certainly played very, very hard over the last few days, trying to get organized with all this. So the white All-Stars versus the blue. They gave me some roster changes, too, so I'm just trying to make sure we're all set with that. So these to a good start here. We got a quick goal scored by blue, and they have the early lead. Takes a moment to try to figure out the numbers when they wear those triple numbers. I do apologize for that as we get off to this late start here today. Once again, I'd like to thank all the folks involved with Blue Chip 225. So 1-0, the blue on top. They're going to play 25-minute halves. And that's quite a battle for that face-off. Been a lot of delays throughout the day here at this Blue Chip 225 recruiting camp, and teams seem to be well put together here today. This is white on the run, trying to make a move up was Van der Veer. They'll turn it over behind goal. The elite goalkeepers for the All-Stars in the white uniforms, got a couple of them. Greg McDonald and R.J. Moraski. Goalkeepers for the blue, Charlie Hutchins and Nico Negocian, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly there. This is Owen Larson controlling for the blue, and they'll start out top. They have the 1-0 lead off the Maffezoli out of a Maffezoli is out of New York City, Riverdale Country School. We'll try to name all these players competing in the game as we move along here. 1-0. Blue team on top. They've had the advantage now from a territorial standpoint. As Mazzoli trying to drive through again. Broken up, great defensive effort. And on the attack, back the other way, comes Jensen and company. That was a good run up field. Van der Veer doing a nice job out of Putnam Valley High School, Putnam Valley, New York. Pretty good face-off guy, too. He'll see a lot of time today for the white. That's a goalkeeper, Charlie Hutchins, out of St. Xavier High School in Cincinnati, Ohio. These are the rising juniors. It's a big year for these youngsters. They'll be playing lacrosse at the high school level as juniors, and college coaches will take a good look at them. The sport growing so much, as you all know. Nice catch of the pass. White trying to play some physical defense now. This is Harris Allen on the dot, shoots and scores. Nice shot over the left side by Harris Allen out of beautiful state of New York. Horace Greeley High School. So that makes it 2-0. Blues on top. Off that face-off, so critical to win those draws. White team, nice job by Jake Myers out of Cherry Hill West High School in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Controlling. Forced the pass up to the middle, and one of the players with a long pole trying to drive on through, and the shot bounced wide. So he's seeing some of these defensive-minded players showing off some of their offensive skills. That time around, it was Griffin Phillips out of Jupiter Christian School in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, is his hometown. Now the blue on the restart here. They play it off right. Down to about 18:49 remaining here in the opening half. 2-0, the team with the ball in possession. That's the Blue All-Stars, Rising Juniors. Nate Connery on the team out of Shaker Heights, Ohio. Regan Finney also playing for the Junior Blue All-Stars. I want to thank Ted Spencer and the gang. Once again, putting on a great camp here at UMass Amherst. Just a wonderful location and a wonderful crowd here for this game. Got the seniors coming up a little bit later. White trying to mount their attack again. That was Campbell trying to drive through. They'll pull it back out. Coming onto the field. Koliakovo seeing some time. That's Dante Koviakolo out of New Jersey. Wybrant's a nice job chasing down that ground ball, and possession remains in favor of the team down by 2 in the white All-Star jersey tops. Koliakovo, nice pass off. Good shot, score. Boy, we had a great angle on that. That was Brian Harrington out of Bishop Fenwick High School out of Peabody, Massachusetts with the tally. Another critical face-off to take place. So 2-1 your score. White on the board just a moment ago. Harrington tallying. White back in possession. Wybrant's doing a nice job out of beautiful state of Arizona. Went to Northwest Christian High School, still a student there. Another blue. Pretty good ride there by the attackman for the white. But he's seeing a lot of skill now on both sides. As we're down to 15:56 remaining here in the opening half. Blue to reset. Maffezoli with a shot. Stop was made. So the white has gone on a 2-goal run. Believe the goal Scored by Jensen. We'll have to check that out. I don't know if anybody's keeping the official scoring down below. White again, quick off that face-off. Guevara doing a nice job out of the Bullis School in Arlington, Virginia, winning the draw. White with a chance to take their first lead with 14:04 remaining here in the opening half. And they'll set up camp behind the goal. Mother Nature cooperating now after about a half-hour delay before the start of this Junior All-Star game presented by Blue Chip 225. Seeing the rising stars of high school lacrosse. A lot of these guys will move on. Play at the college level. A lot of interested coaches, of course, across the country, perhaps tuning in here today. Players being representing Virginia, Massachusetts, Tennessee, Arizona. They're from all over. Washington State, Ohio, Texas, Pennsylvania, if I hadn't mentioned it, just to name a few. This is Patrick Hamilton. Played it off behind net. It's amazing how these guys come together. They haven't played together. Oh, there's behind the back shot. They haven't played together in the past, and they were out here doing some great stuff. That was Griffin Phillips who tried to put one through, I believe. Ball kept alive. Mansfield to control it. He wears number 372. This is Hamilton now. When the dodge through was turned back. Good support defensively by the Blue Squad. They had a couple of players teaming up together. Saresek doing a nice job out of Emerald Ridge High School in Washington. Down to 12:18 remaining here in the opening half. Great pass. Shot. That may have clanked the goalpost. And the rebound is scooped up, and the Blue finally with a chance. That was a long possession put together by the Whites. There's a shot that hit a lacrosse stick. That shot, by the way, was by Mansfield that clanked the post. At Chaminade High School, Port Washington, New York. Great lacrosse school. Down to 11:50 remaining here in the opening. Half a play. We're tied at 2. White will turn it over. Back comes Blue on the attack. This is Owen Larson. He's from Westlake, Virginia, California. And they tally. And we'll make it 3-2, so that was a beautiful run by Larson up the field. And the Blue regains a lead at 3-2 here in this opening half. Another crucial face-off. Who will win this draw? Bernstein and Carney will take the draws most of the time for the All-Star Blues. And on cue, they will win this one. That's Bernstein with the win, and he'll play it off to one of his gifted teammates, and he'll scramble to the sideline as the attackman will come on the field. James Nicholas. Maffezoli played it on behind. Blue team starting to find some energy again. They jumped out 2-0. Watch the white team battle back to tie it, and they've regained the lead here. Showing a lot of great skill. Saresek had some trouble on the far side handling it. Comes back out top. Nice win by Nicholas. Nicholas fires one through a screen. And I think he squeezed it in. He did for the score. And the Blue now back on another 2-goal run. And they regain a 2-goal advantage using running time here today, down to 9:37 here in this opening half of play. Nice to have you folks with us. I know that some of you were waiting patiently as we were delayed by weather and some technical difficulties to get it all going. But between 9 different folks, I think we figured it all out, and want to thank the folks who have been doing all the videotaping of all these fine athletes over the last couple of days for their hard work. And Saraseg on the drive, bounces one off the turf, tucked it under the crossbar for a score, and Blue now up by 3. 5-2, you tally. 8:27 remaining here in the opening half. It'll be about a 7-minute break at the half. Ball up in the air. Blue looking, white looking. Slapped around. Comes a ground ball win. And the Blue on the quick attack. Good transitional work. Trying to spin through with that long pole. Trying to pick up that triple-digit number on the far side. I believe was Great Child out of Fox Chapel High School in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Love Pittsburgh. There's a shot that goes wide as the white comes back with some transition of their own. That was Patrick Hamilton out of St. James, New York, with an opportunity. 7:25 remaining here in the first half. Nice twist inside, dumped in for the score. And the white will stop that 3-goal run with a tally of their own. Wybrandt's with the score. And that cuts the deficit down to 2 goals at 5-3 with 7 minutes remaining here in the opening half of this Junior All-Star Classic. The Rising Junior All-Stars presented by Blue Chip 225. Good friends from Touchline Video, touchlinevideo.com, helping out in the background for us. They do a terrific job. What's it been, 3-4 years now, I think. They've been part of Blue Chip 225, putting all those great videos together. It's a lot of hard work, I tell you. They travel all over, too. Check out their website, all kinds of information on how you can perhaps use them for some of your events that take place. Good pitch up ahead. Saraseg able to play it on. He's had a lot of touches in the middle as the elite midfielder. That's a shot, bounce wide. A lot of these guys like to bounce it towards goal. You don't see those laser beams that come right at you in a straight line anymore. These guys are really gifted at bouncing that ball through. Saraseg had that chance just a moment ago. He'll get the ball right back here to the near side. They play it to the top. Blue trying to make this a shooting gallery now. That was Quickham with an opportunity from Essex Junction, Vermont. Know the area well. Essex High School. It's a state where lacrosse is really starting to grow, along with New Hampshire. Ball batted around. It looked like a slash there. You could hear the clashing of a stick-on helmet. No harm done, however. Griffin Phillips, mentioned his name a couple of times in that long pole for the white team trying to win that ground ball. Saraseg had another chance. Ball just kind of glued to his stick the way he's all over it. Great anticipation. This is McDonald. Nice lead pass ahead. Mansfield on the run. Driving straight on. A shot and a save is made. Down to under 4.5 left here in this opening half. Fast-paced action here today. Hutchins, the goalkeeper. Long lead. That quieted any forechecking attempt there by the White squad. Both these teams so gifted in finding players upfield. They do a great job. 4:07 remaining. There's a pretty good battle on the far side. Defensively, Kowalski doing the job, able to slow the attack down, forcing the blue to regroup. Kowalski out of Pennsylvania. That shot hit a stick. Look at that tough ride. Physical play. Get a whistle. Gonna get a push on the Blues. Owen Larson perhaps guilty of that. This is Andrew Johnson. Johnson controlling on the far left flank. They'll use the alley. Under 3.5 remaining here in the opening half. And the white team to work below goal line. They flick a pass hurriedly to the front. And it was knocked away. That was Michael Dean, young man out of New York. Down to 3 minutes remaining in the opening half. 5-3 is scored. Blue on top. They've never trailed, up by 2. They were tied up at 2, went on a 3-goal run. Now they lead it 5-3. Under 3 minutes remaining. Another shot just wide. Sarasek again had the opportunity. Blue well stationed behind goal. They maintain possession here. Oliver Lay worked it in front and scores on a beautiful dump to the front of the goal, and that's another tally. It was Woolston who took the beautiful pass. He's out of Raymond, Maine. And the Blues now up by the score of 6-3. Just about 2 minutes remaining here in the opening half of play. Despite the weather, a wonderful crowd here, which is great. Folks across the way, people in the stands down below, a lot of enthusiasm for this 2017 Rising Junior All-Star Game, presented by Blue Chip 225. Procedure, ball in favor of Bernstein and company. And Bernstein's on the field. I'll tell you what, he's been terrific winning those draws. Down to about 90 seconds remaining in a well-played first half. White team still within striking distance. This would be a big defensive stance they need to put together here. You don't want to fall behind by 4. That's the obvious. This is Larson to control. Sarasek to control. Sarasek coming straight on. Bounces it left-handed. Don't see too many lefty shots out there, but he's got one. He's been quite effective with it. Down under a minute remaining here in the opening half. Lights are on here at the Garber Field on the campus of UMass Amherst. That ball rolled by. Nice effort off that far side by Woolston, who scored here today. 6-3 is scored. Blue still in possession here. 35 seconds left. Plenty of time to get a shot off. Corkum to control it. Corkum trying to find the angle. Now Larson. Larson trying to spin away. Good defense displayed, however, by Bobby Griffin out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Ball slapped away. Out top shot. Another score. Sarasek again tallies. Got a couple here today, and the horn will sound ending the first half. So we're at the half. And the Blue, with some domination late in the first half of play, able to jump out to the 7-3 lead. All right, we'll step away for just a moment. Rest our vocal cords and alike, and we'll be back with more Blue Chip 225 lacrosse action. This is the Rising Junior All-Star Game. Hope you enjoy. Right back as we continue with our coverage of Blue Chip Lacrosse here today. Nice to have you with us at Garber Field on the campus of UMass Amherst. And I tell you, it's just been a wonderful venue for Blue Chip 225 Lacrosse over the last couple of years, really. They moved from Bryant University a few years back, and folks here at UMass Amherst have been absolutely terrific. The white team trailing by 4 goals at 7-3, trying to climb back into this counter, and they have the opening possession in their favor. Moraski will be the goalkeeper for the White All-Stars down to our right. Negocian will be our goalkeeper to our left for the Blue. Negocian out of Mount Sinai, New York, Mount Sinai High School. R.J. Moraski out of Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and Paula Six High School, and that's a beautiful goal. He had some contact out front, but the white team able to bury one, and they tally. And again, that number, tough to read, but I believe was Corpy who tallied. So some great work. Koliakovo did a nice job on it too. All part of that action. So the white team has made it 7-3. And here they come again. Off the face-off win. They control, trying to make something happen. Loose ball back behind goal. Blue will take it over on the change of possession. Temperature about 68, 69 degrees at the start of the night. Only reached about 75 today. We've been here some years where the weather is really hot. You know, a great swim through, and then the forced shot, but quite an effort by the white team again. And the Blue with a chance now to clear their defensive half. Van Deverdonnell with the opportunity just a moment ago. Actually, Van Deverdonk, as a couple of letters were missing on the roster sheet. I just went to a sub roster sheet, a secondary roster sheet, and saw a different spelling. So 7-5 you score. White is tallied again. Now the Blue trying to muster their own attack. Their phone, boy, just lit the lamp. What a beautiful shot. That was a terrific individual effort there. The Blue team with the lead now at 8-5 in the second half. Crucial face-off. Once again, I just admire the teamwork that you see. These guys just getting together from all parts of the country, coming out playing high-quality lacrosse. So really just tells you about all these players and their lacrosse IQ. Well, that translates to team play, individual play also, of course. This Blue All-Star team again. trying to use some defense. That's Hamilton. That's lobbed up over the crossbar, over that back line. Again, the white team is well stationed, and they maintain possession. Down under 20 minutes remaining. That's Hamilton again, trying to squeeze through. Big, strong, tall player out of St. James, New York, and St. Anthony's High School with a chance. Ball dumped out front. Played on behind goal. .1903 remaining in the second half. Blue All-Stars. Got a little white trim on those uniforms. Ball taken away. Pass too far ahead of Hamilton. On the return run comes the Blue All-Stars. And Facio with a good run up and then able to dish it off, and that quick shot there by Gamba was blocked away. Jack Harrison out of North Carolina, paying a visit here to this beautiful state of Massachusetts to compete today. Down to 18 minutes remaining in the second half. To the top. Nicholas played it off right. Stutter step Corcoran. Tried to drive through, well defended. That was Griffin Phillips. Did a nice job on him there. Blue will use the perimeter. Sorseg scored a couple goals, got a flag, and got an infraction here. Going to be a slash on the white team. Coming over to take a knee for the white squad is Griffin Phillips. Plays the long pole. He'll take a knee, and the first man up opportunity belongs to the Blues. And with those light blue tops, triple-digit numbers. Makes it quite interesting here. Avazzoli. He had a quick touch. They continue to work the perimeter. Just above 16 minutes remaining. Team in possession with the lead at 8-5. Nice stick work, knocked away. Might have been Corpy. There's a great run and a score on a shorthanded bid. Tell you what, that was impressive, and the white team able to tally here. Bobby Griffin with the finish. Griffin wearing number 369. Good battle for it. Blue team in possession again. This is Larson. He played it on back. And the Blue now try to calculate their movement from their defensive half of the field. White team laying off, not being very aggressive. That's the goalkeeper now on the run. Negocian played it off right. He'll hustle back to his goal. Ball was tipped off a lacrosse stick and over the boundary. Blue will maintain possession. 2-goal advantage. They've never trailed here. Down to about 15 minutes remaining in the second half. They'll play on behind goal. And there's a beautiful shot and through for a score. Tommy Sorosek able to score. He scored at least 3 here today. And the Blue on top now by the score of 9-6 with 14:31 remaining. They are playing running time in this All-Star game. One more to go immediately following this one. We'll have the rising seniors competing. I believe they're going to hand out a Most Valuable Player award, or at least make a mention of that down below. Good battle on this draw. These guys have really been going at it. White team all bunching around that ball. Guevara looking for it. He wears number 377 out of Arlington, Virginia. And the Blues again to work the exterior. Just above 13 minutes left. Good possession again put together by this Blue team. Trying to twist on through was Oliver Lay out of Fairfield Ludlow High School, Fairfield, Connecticut. And may have squeezed one in as he was being knocked down. Indeed, it went through. And they lead it now by the score of 10-6. So the Blue again starting to lengthen their lead. Looking at some of the social media comments, both teams wearing white. Nope. One team in blue, team that just scored. The other team is in a white top with a blue trim with triple digits, making it interesting to try to figure out who is who. This is Blue again. They have the lead at 10-6, 11:53 remaining. Corkum had a quick touch, played it off to his partner. Sorosik able to play it on behind. And 11:33, the pass. As Fazzoli able to capture that quite effectively and played it back out top. Sorosik trying to dodge through, got turned back. There's Corkum out there. He weighs 345. He's had a lot of touches today, and there's a score coming off the far side again. This Blue team starting to really dominate as they tally another to make it 11-6. And again, Saucer Eggs able to score. And it's 11-6. Blue team, they escape off the draw again on that immediate attack. So crucial to win those face-offs. Blue team has done a magnificent job. Pair of face-off guys, Carney and Dean doing the job. Bernstein, another guy that had a chance. take some draws today. 10:04 left. Harris Allen played it on behind the goal. Blue team just appears to be a little quicker at this point in the contest. They've been all over it. Maffezoli, however, not quick enough to get to that boundary on the far side. They turn it back over to the white team. On the turnover, opportunity for white to find some momentum here. They have time to work with, 9.5 minutes left, but they're down by 5 at 11-6. Into the top. Crone. They get a restart behind goal. White team trying to figure out a way to put together some strong possessions. Been a while since they've had a lengthy possession and an opportunity to find the goal. Andrew Johnson trying to squeeze through, and a shot save made. Goshen did a nice job. That was a tough ride. Ball taken right back by the white squad. Wybrandt, who's had some nice moments, making a beautiful play there on the forecheck. And an opportunity again for white. Down to 8.5 left. Trying to cut into that lead. There's a sidewinder going wide by Patrick Hamilton again. So he had a chance. Down to 8:15 remaining. Another shot towards goal. Save made. Rebound is going to be cleared away. That was Hamilton again who launched that real tough shot towards goal. Goshen's been tough making the save. White team doing a much better job with their forechecking schemes now. And the shot whistled wide to the near side here. Blue back in possession, 7:43, ticking on down with the running time. Loose ball. Blue with a chance on the far side of the field now to run it upfield. Blue team with the comfortable 5-goal advantage. About 7 minutes left. Slowing things down a little. Oliver Lay. On the far side now. They'll extend and play on behind goal. You don't see a lot of the plays started what they call the X anymore. A lot of it coming from out top in today's lacrosse game. Players so fast, so skilled. Good movement there by Lay. Quick shot down low, got blocked away. Nice defense by the white. And a good clear up ahead. That was Corpy, did a nice job. He's out of the Salisbury School in Rybrook, New York. With just above 6 minutes left. Down under 6 minutes remaining, and back comes the Blue. They lead it by 5. They've really dominated here in the second half. They've never trailed in this contest. Took a 2-0 lead early on. White team came on back. Scored a couple of tied at 2, and it's been a comfortable lead throughout for the Blue team from about the midway point of that first half. Down to 5:34 remaining in the half. And another shot and a score. They are snipers today, the team in blue. That was Harrison Allen with a lightning bolt. And the Blue team now up by the score of 12-6. So the rising juniors of high school lacrosse putting on a display here today at UMass Amherst. Rising juniors, all part of the Blue Chip 225 summer camp. Takes place here and around the country. Certainly been terrific. Some comments at the team in blue. Their goalkeeper, terrific. Negotian has been outstanding today. Young man out of Mount Sinai, New York, doing a terrific job. Blue team able to dump home another with about 4.5 left, and just dominating now. And that lead swells to a 7-goal advantage. They have just taken every opportunity and they've cashed in. 13-6 you score. Goals are coming fast and furious. The seniors will take center stage immediately following this game, as we're down to 3:53 left. White off a face-off draw. Seemingly the blue team has been in possession throughout here today. Sarasek able to make his run through. He's been a dominating player as Tommy. Young man out of Washington State. Been terrific. Where's number 349? Just above 3 minutes left. Battle for it. White team will come up with it. Jared King, young man out of Maryland. Gave up possession, however, and the blue has it right back. They've just been quicker, a little more athletic. Passing and teamwork has been there throughout. Down to about 2.5 left. The white team, that's King. Played it up ahead. White trying to get something going now here offensively. It's been a long time since they've tallied. Mansfield tried to dodge through, lost his footing. There's that physical play, great example of it by the blue. They are just tenacious. Sarasek has been outstanding. Perhaps, in my opinion, perhaps the top player here. Owen Larson's been another guy. Been outstanding for the blue team. The goalkeepers, both Hutchins and Negotian, have both been very, very good. Grady Corcoran has done a nice job. Maffezoli out of New York, New York. And the white team tried to tuck one in there, and again, Negotian is there to just swat it away. Got some help from his defenders. They've really done a terrific job at the defensive end of the pitch also, haven't they? Just above a minute left. 13-6 you score. Maffezoli really set the tone early on, I thought, for this blue all-star team in the first half. With his ball control, ability to pass. Seemingly his teammates really fed off of that. They find the cutter again and they score. They have just been magnificent. And it's now 14-6. Might have been Sausage with the tally. And that's going to do it. They're not even going to have another face-off. Both teams will congratulate each other A job well done and a dominating effort put together by the Rising Junior High School All-Stars in the blue uniforms here at this Blue Chip 225 summer camp. Your final score, it's in the books. It is a 14-6 win for the Blues. And both teams will meet, obviously, at midfield. And they're swapping out cameras, so while they do that, we're going to bid adieu from here. Back with the Senior All-Star game in just a little bit.